following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
So, you hung out with the cool kids?
Yeah, a little bit. They seem to like me.
Alvin will lean across and say, "Did they tell you what a Zeeb is?"
No, I heard some more words I didn't understand, starting with Z.
There's a lot of Z words. Zooty, Z.
Zooty.
I'm gonna be real disappointed when they see the real Mount Rushmore.
Why so many heads on it? Oh, that guy must be Zooty.
Where's his top hat? And the doves.
The mountain wasn't big enough.
Oh, they invisible like that guy's hat.
Hey, that's real tops. You gesture. Things are tops. See, you're contaminating society. You're going to get remaindered.
Wasn't that Bonnie's main squeeze you was talking to?
Yeah, he's a real worried lock at the moment.
I was afraid that the overseer's going to take his precious little Bonnie away from him.
Maybe a little, but he says if it's good for the vault, it's what he wants. I say because we have a
What a
security
simp.
guy right there.
Insight 32.
Just
How's
salute.
that group actually doing? Is he like worried and they're...
Yeah. He seems pretty uptight.
Well, he's all wound up.
Good to see a man who puts
Well,
the
of course
well-being of
he is.
America.
He's punching way above his weight. Maintenance guy going out with Bonnie Bradford. He'll turn some heads.
Is it just because she's security, or is there like a
Our
pedigree?
bloodline is really good.
Because her father was a detective, right?
Well, grandfather, of course, was one of the assistants to the overseer.
Oh,
To the former overseer, you mean?
So he's punching way over his weight normally.
But that's,
And he knows he'll never get anyone with that kind of pedigree again.
And that's okay, like, as long as she's...
So long as they're compatible, then of course it's okay. And so long as there's no problems in the genetic diversification tests.
how do you test for that down here?
Well, a complete record of everyone who has ever mated with anyone is kept. So if you're related to someone too closely, of course, breeding together would be really bad. Surely you know about that on the surface.
Oh, yeah. We understand that. It's not as much of a problem because there's billions of people up there, but...
Number slides off his faceplate just like, nah, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't even hear the number. What he hears is 3s.
But
Steve and I bought the special for today and it's already gone. You're not even here. What a Zeeb.
He'll never be this next Zooty.
He's zootless.
Doesn't even get a Zoot suit.
Yeah, he couldn't even get admittance to a zoo.
I mean, congrats to him, I guess, for landing such a fine young woman.
Well, they haven't been for their compatibility testing yet either, so we'll see.
Hopefully it works out for them both.
Yes.
you weren't interested in Bonnie yourself, were you?
Oh, way over my level.
But you're above his level, right?
Yes, I mean...
Well, then technically, unless you're saying their relationship is wrong,
Well, of course not.
well then...
But
how
we
can
don't
you-
share any interests or commonalities. It would be weird.
That'd
Except
make-
you're both in security.
That's a job. Really a devotion.
I mean,
Yeah, apparently she's a little different outside of work. Do tell. Well, she likes dancing, for one.
Well,
Yes.
who doesn't like dancing?
Well, everybody enjoys watching the licensed dancers work.
The what? Was that who works at Club 21?
Oh, some dancers do, yes. But that's not a requirement. Well, you see, because resources are limited, you can only have one pastime unless we have an abundance of empty slots in others.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
you can only have so many people playing a sport because there's only so much gear. It's just logical.
That does make sense from
Okay,
a
but
practical standpoint.
For professions, yes, but what about, like, hobbies?
Well, that applies the same way. What if everyone wanted to play an instrument? Well, there are only so many instruments.
But, like...
And creating more would be impossible given that no one knows how to make them.
But what about, like, dance? Because that doesn't consume any resources.
Dance studio time and such is also very limited.
Wait, are you saying that nobody even tries to manufacture?
Oh, there have been attempts, but the waste of resources and the failed results have put a kibosh on that.
Oh, I see.
And we did hear
It's not
that...
like we have unlimited woods.
But you do expand your facilities, because they were talking about adding another lane to the bowling, maybe.
Sure. Limited amount of expansion is possible as the excavators continue to tunnel out.
Oh, so the vault continues to grow.
When we have the resources enough to be able to create an additional space, and if the life support systems can accommodate it.
So does that mean when the increase in volume of the total size of the vault goes up to a certain level, you increase the amount of berths?
No,
Okay.
that's never happened.
Always just the same number of people then.
Well, the vital amount of resources such as water and such things remains constant, so the ability to increase the number of people without burdening everyone is restricted.
So be honest, how
Of course.
good a condition is most of your equipment in?
Well, most of my equipment is in as top condition as I can maintain it.
But I mean in general, like all the machines that run
Everything in the vault is fine. We did have some problems with the water purifiers,
Well-
but apparently that problem has been solved by diligent, hard-working technicians and outside help.
Yeah, that was us.
Oh, so you didn't
Under
know
the
about
benevolent decision of the Overseer to utilize their resource.
Well, that's why I'm wondering, because you see that you guys almost completely lost your water purification system, and I'm just wondering how many other systems
Well,
are
that
in
sounds subversive there.
are in such a dire.
Read the room. His attitude has completely changed.
I just want to make sure you guys are okay.
Oh, we're fine, comrade.
Don't call me
Okay.
a comrade.
Okay, then.
I'm
that
no
seems to-
red.
Dear officer,
I
try...
have been meaning to ask. Your hair tinging.
Yes.
Why?
Oh, mostly because I'm part of a band.
A band of brothers, yes, I understand.
No,
It is your unit patch.
A musical band.
Oh, so you have no affiliation with the military then?
No, I do.
Well, there we go, a band of brothers. There is room for one variable. It must be hell if women are required to fight too. Well, I mean, down here it makes sense.
Push for Roxy, have a cookie.
Oh,
Put a cookie in your mouth. Yeah. Enjoy that.
I know what you're doing once you said that. You should have just left it
No.
at a cookie.
I am transmitting messages.
Do you enjoy our honey oat cookies?
Delicious.
They only can be made at certain times of the year when we have enough honey. What a treat. She's bitter like this.
Sucks all of the moisture out of her mouth.
Still better than government fun. Enjoy that.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any other place you would like to go and investigate other than Francine's? Got a whole promenade full of exciting things. Well, maybe you could ask to take a tour of the bottling factory. Or go down to Club 21 and flues. Or go bowling. Or there's a computer place with game things, maybe. Or
We didn't hear about their video games.
you could go to the gym and work out. Like
Up to
boring
you
folks.
guys. Roxanne
Or
able to...
the baseball team is playing. You could go watch them practice if there's enough room in the stands.
No, I just have. Well, the botting plant sounds very interesting. I just have one question. Do you guys manufacture your own ammunition down here?
Well, of course we do. Where else are we going to get it from?
Locally on the map, there was an ammunition plant, bottling plant, and everything else on the surface. And
Oh,
yeah, I would really like to see the bottling plant.
Get us some reservations for a tour of the bottling plant, please.
Okay, you can go in a few hours. We'll ping you when your reservations are.
That'd be great. They're really curious about the proper way of producing things. They must not have bottles on the surface.
Oh my god, those poor bastards.
You see, down here we don't have to cup our hands together to hold liquids like savages.
Just frowning at it.
Picks up cup. Yeah, great cup. And bottles, you say?
Well, you've got a bit of time to fill in before that.
Oh, it's good we don't have
Jill
to...
Haber comes in all smart. Hi, sorry, can I please have a moment of your time? Of course, Chief Haber. Oh, please, Jill. Hi, how you all doing? Is everyone treating you well?
Yeah, I
No
mean,
one's being too prejudiced, are they?
We learned that we can drink out of these lovely containers down here instead of the skulls of our enemies like we have to up on the surface.
Roxanne.
Your
You are
innovation
my
is an
hero.
inspiration, but soon you will have glassware.
Oh, we surely do look forward to that.
Well, I don't know if you'll still be around tomorrow, but we've got a lottery day, and it'd be real George if you could come along and witness our wonderful event that I've had to organize.
This
Oh.
is for the breeding contract, right?
The lottery!
It sounds like a wonderful event. We would be happy to partake in and observe.
That's
I mean-
great. We'll have some music from our bands hooked up, and I've managed to organize the baseball team to put on a nice game with each other. So hopefully there'll be that too. It would be really great if you could be guests of honor and maybe witness the ceremony on the podium.
Certainly,
Oh.
go whichever.
I'd be willing to sing the American national anthem for you if you'd like.
Really? You're a songistor?
Yes, she is.
Well, you'll have to stop by the song mistresses to get clearance for your performance, but that'd be really swell. It sure would be a load off my plate.
See, Roxy,
Absolutely.
you're helping out.
Songistor is a great name for a band.
Better you than Derek.
We're going to lean into the
Y'all got
and
a
I'll be
fiddle and a
like,
cowbell?
I can't wait to give them an altered version of the lyrics.
Oh no.
Wanda leans in and is just like, be good. You're the team leader. You're representing us. Don't shame me.
I was just joking.
I believe-
wanted to
I
see
believe
all your reactions.
Horror. Horror.
As every parental figure has said thus far, be good. For the love of God, be good.
Never tarnish the American national anthem with false lyrics. Who do you take me for? I'll joke about it.
Bats with pigeons for butts.
Oh, I heard about those.
Oh,
The surface sounds like a horrifying and terrifying place all at once.
It gets worse and worse the more I hear about it.
Maybe I don't want to go back.
I mean, everything's all real George down here.
Real George. Got a 21 in my cup. Doing fine.
If you like our drinking vessels, they're available to purchase for a moderate amount of IDL.
I think we've spent most all of ours on dinner, so... Unless we work hard and earn some more.
You've got nothing.
I've
You
got
guys
nothing.
spent your whole load on dinner.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, these IDL is kind of like a ration coupon system, and you guys ate a big dinner for down here, and it wasn't cram.
Well, some of it.
Well, some of it was. That saved you a bit of money.
But then the little bit of everything cost.
At least now he knows what's good,
Yes.
which is almost everything that isn't cram.
Because most of it is actually real food.
I can't find the songs.
Even the wet things were nice.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm so used to wheat thicks.
Wait. You read the cram tin, and you put it away. I didn't eat the same. It wasn't the same as the... Where's the nearest bathroom?
Wait! You were all forced to go with them, crammed into the same room. The security guard standing
But
there.
sir, this is the men's room. Do we get...
Oh!
Why?
Thank you. I'm good now. We can go back. This is weird.
Cram didn't agree
Is
with
she
you?
still there when we get back, or is she
No.
left?
Yep, she's talking with Francine.
I wouldn't think you could make cereal out of the same thing you make Spam.
I actually cannot find the chief songmistress in the list.
Didn't you? I thought you actually called it a song store or something earlier.
A song store is a thing, but the chief songmistress is.
Is our title, I guess.
I mean, it could be Ann Sugg, who is the entertainment's director. It's not Quincy Jones. And I missed out on an opportunity there. It's not Matthew Sinatra. It's not Lyra. Oh, the cinema operator, no. Oh, the dance instructor is Lee Purcell. Okay, yeah, so you go talk to whoever it is, and you put on a performance role. You guys are forced to watch this. What style are you going for? Traditional?
Yeah. No, like when it'll be that classic, like at the opening of a
Oh, way too emotional.
yeah, and then the notes just go on too long, like.
What did you get to?
16 plus 8.
Oh, that's okay, cool. We'd love you to do that.
It will be my pleasure.
It's amazing. You taught them that really quickly. Oh, I didn't teach them anything. They already know the anthem on the surface. Praise the overseer.
God bless America.
Right, you're back out on the promenade. And the next crew of people who walk by are...
I'm going to eavesdrop on people as they're wandering around. Not very well.
Oh, those things that are swell, sure are swell.
Really? But now better. I have a lot of hero points.
Not enough to get you through the inevitable combat when you have to shoot your way out.
As happens every time you're in a
Killing the only true Americans left.
I'm gonna get
31.
Swell, George. Swell, George. Zeeb.
Z.
Man, that's cool as well. That guy's real square as ball. Like, what a maroon.
I think I got the handle on the last one, but these people use a lot of their words.
So your perception check will pass for this result, but you guys need to do a perception check.
21.
31?
Jill Baber has just finished talking to two incredibly good-looking women. They look like twins almost. Like Erin Gray.
What do you reckon? That's Bonnie's competition. Roxy.
They even walk sexy.
Look, they're very
Focus.
distracting.
Oh my god, they're so pretty. Wait, I didn't think you could have more than one child at a time. Oh, they're not twins. That's a mother and daughter. Those are the Reese women.
Oh, damn. She's aged really well.
Well, she is our finest actress. And her daughter runs the cinema.
Oh, wow.
And what does her husband do?
Well, you've already met him. Kyle Reese, the head janitor. I mean, maintenance chief. I really should go apologize to him for that slip. After work. Forgive me for delaying that apology.
I would have thought a man that was
O
married to...
overseer in his office. Hallowed be thy name.
You know,
Oh,
we
dear.
can just
And
go
of the
there if you
walk
want
home.
to apologize now.
Oh, I couldn't impose upon you. Besides, I have already made my atonement. It wouldn't be right to the Lord.
Well, we got a couple hours before.
Well, we don't know
next
when when we're going to get the call about the button.
Well, there's plenty of great places to go.
But yeah, those women, are they going to be at the event?
Well, that's probably what Ms. Haber was talking to them about. I really loved Sharon Reese in Wuthering the same level as everything else's.
Does your film director have a lot of... Is he constantly on the work? Would we be able to observe a film being made?
Well, he'd need to give permission, and I don't think they're making anything right now after the Pearl fiasco.
Oh. Because it's just like we have been considering making a film of our own upstairs, and we could really use some pointers.
Well, let's ask Jenna. Oh, she's right there. Excuse me, Miss Reese, the younger. Well, this is a change. No, it isn't. Hi! They walk up together. They are really similar. Poor Brendan probably doesn't know who Aaron Gray is, so he's missing out. Battlestar Galactica, Aaron Gray. Not the new Battlestar Galactica. No, wait, she was in Buck Rogers.
Buck
Yeah,
Rogers,
she was in the other one. Buck
I was
Rogers.
even aware there was an old and a new Battlestar Galactica.
Ladies!
Ow.
Y'all are nerds.
Ladies, our escort was just telling us about
I'm sorry, hang on a minute. You're sitting down here playing a role-playing game,
I don't know what you're talking about.
and we're the nerds. Nick Beard. Nerd.
Ladies, our escort here was just telling us about your professions and work in film.
I bet he was.
Well, we happen to be in on the surface. We were looking at working on a film of our own, and we hadn't even really gotten to a script or anything yet. But if we can, talk to someone as experienced as yourselves in film,
So you have film equipment on the surface. Of course, for the training videos in the Mutant Wars.
oh yes,
course.
training
Training
video.
videos.
We had
Wow.
a training video down here about, what was it? Intervault breeding protocols. It was an old sort of Mr. Disney kind of man. Unfortunately, the film degraded long ago. It was really instructional, though.
Well, we were working on a training video.
Well, we can't let you, because we're not making a film right now, but I can show you around the cinema. We do have some cameras and things there. This is the younger, not you can tell.
Oh,
Well, that would be fantastic.
that
And
would
just
be a good idea.
Oh, come
What?
right along. I've got some time now before I have to start work again.
that sounds great. We need to find out what kind of roles we need filled.
Wait, so what do you do when you're not making movies then?
Well, I maintain the cinema, clean up the film storage
Oh,
thing.
is there a movie that's starting up in the next couple of hours?
The other one's like, well, I'm also a model and a saleswoman.
Oh, well, I mean, of course.
On top of keeping the viewable history alive, that's a hell of
It
a
must be
responsibility.
role-playing time. The role-playing lights have lit.
Where are you, Stephen?
So he's still going to be hours away.
Yeah. But it's the
Someone needs to go get me my nuggets.
McDonald's, McDonald's.
I'm not joking. Go get. Just walk
I
get 'em.
I do want to get nuggets.
Well, when it's break time,
Yeah.
you can fuck off and get. I ain't going.
Yeah.
I ain't going out in this.
Chicken McNuggets.
McDonald's
I've
giving
got
you that
chips. I'm
opportunity.
fine. It's jokes listening.
So you
community.
model? Do you model for photos or do you
Well,
live
of course.
model?
Well, of course, silly. And when the new fashions come out, we
Yeah.
have to show people what they'll look like on a person.
Of course.
Because people have to decide if they want something before it's made.
Well, it also the amount of interest garnered also helps us determine production limits.
Makes sense.
After all, resources are scarce, right? There's people in the cinema, attractive young women are like selling tickets and cram corn.
Oh,
Look at Flaw.
And other snack things that are not hilarious jokes.
you don't have any problems with like people throwing things at the screen when there's unpopular characters on?
Well, why ever would they do that?
No reason.
What
It's-
about during Pearl?
That's a perfectly fine film that portrays American life in a way that it was supposed to be, as it was described by my great-grandfather. And, okay, it's not as unflinchingly patriotic and one-sided where Americans are depicted as just pure and good all the time. They were real people with real problems that they really have. And it's been a little controversial because, the idea that there could be a war film where an American is depicted as anything but the most goodest of good boys.
That's interesting to see you stand by your opinion like that. So
I believe in the
strongly.
art.
Yeah, I like her. She's fine.
Of course you like me, silly. I'm personable. I'm also a salesperson, so I'm manipulating you psychologically by my tone of voice and tilt of head.
Well, you are unaware that I have no money.
You're supposed to admit to that.
Oh. You're from the outside. It feels unfair to manipulate you in subtle ways. After all, everything up there is just guns and mutants, right?
Yes, kind of.
Of course it must be. And
Well-
that obvious, very even machine stitching on your clothing indicates that society has completely fallen apart and everything's just a bombed-out wasteland, and we certainly don't have dyed textile-colored garment factories or anything. Come on now.
Good to see
Wow.
someone's observant around here.
No, I won't have you being smart-mouthed about my compatriots and fellows. This is a good fault. People mean well.
Well, that
Just because everyone's real set in their ways doesn't mean they're bad folk.
Of course not.
and
Have them made fun of.
she is very on point too. She seems
After all,
to.
you do have big bats with pigeons for butts.
Well, I'm a
May
mutant.
have been an exaggeration.
Well, if even a
What,
mutant.
slightly butts?
Well, I'm a mutant, but I'm still American.
An interesting take.
We're all Americans here.
But there's America, and then there's the way America was supposed to be. Hopefully that can be brought back to your whatever's going on the surface.
Well, hopefully, you'll be able to find out.
Well, we'll see. Here's the behind the scenes. Look, there's a projection camera. There's all kinds of things that go into making film. People need to set up lighting. You can't just shoot in natural light, obviously. It ain't strong enough. You gotta get that contrast up. You gotta have someone miking up the set and re-recording artists, boom operators, grips, and all that to keep cables out from under feet. You need a director, of course, a bunch of camera operators and actors, Foley artists, scene movers, prop masters.
How much tape do you use to get through a scene with like screw-ups and people not delivering their lines? And
We use all kinds of tape to hold things together and mark out your cues on the floor.
I think he means film.
Oh, film?
and
Oh, yards.
and like
Lots
you,
of footage.
and you record the audio separately.
Well, of course we do. How else are we going to do it?
Yeah. So how long? Like 30-minute tape?
Well, tape's usually measured in feet, but for, let's say a film goes for an hour and a half. Well, you're probably going to record about 4 or 5 hours of footage. And that's just the usables.
Okay.
It's going to be one hell of a project. But I think we got enough people.
The expense, though.
Sorry about that, man. I'm still adjusting from the surface.
Such casual blasphemy.
It is.
Life must be
bad.
very poor on the surface.
Society is
Yeah, I was
somewhat lessened in its.
Well, that's what we're for, apparently.
Yeah, if I were to choose the ambassadors to come down to and speak to you people, I don't think I would have included at least 3 of us in that group.
Well, then why were you chosen?
We
I
investigate.
mean, you were sent down here ostensibly by the remains of the government, right? Or at least the military commanders?
We investigated our way here.
We stumbled upon you. We weren't specifically looking for you.